All right, guys, we're getting into our highlighted section. So Anthony Richardson makes another guest appearance. Anthony Richardson, 33 points, 33 fantasy points, 25 attempts on 11 completions, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 10, 10 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Man, oh man, like with Richardson, this boy is electric, super electric. I just love everything I'm seeing from him. The I mean, he's like the next best Fields, man. I swear. I mean, each time you see him, he's making plays, he's running, and I think he maybe graduated from that, that Gator offense coming to the pros, But overall, I'm overly excited seeing this guy play. It's like I want to click and watch the Colts. It's just like he's doing something electric, which is totally insane, which I will kinda get back to, kinda looking at my, can can he be a top 20, fantasy, quarterback this year? That's the
Oh,
question.
I'll do you one better. I think he can be a top 15 fantasy quarterback. Absolutely.
Ooh.
This guy stays on the field, Jay, with what he's doing, with the rushing yards. Because I mean, Fields, if things don't change, because Fields was, people before the season, people would have taken Justin Fields over AR5, right? Like that would have been, and nobody would have blinked an eye. Okay, Justin Fields, great fantasy quarterback, blah blah. But Fields might get benched through no fault of his own. Maybe middle of the year, Bears just lose patience, they bench him, so he jumps him. And then think about the other guys. I mean, Tannehill, get out of here. Half the league, even somebody like Jared Goff. Like, I think AR5 could put up comparable, if not more, fantasy points a week than Jared Goff. And Jared Goff's right in the middle. He's right in that fantasy like 13 to 16 range every week. In the totality of everything. So yeah, AR5, he stays healthy. Definitely a top 15 fantasy quarterback. Write that one down. Absolutely. And if you can get your hand, now's a bad time because he's starting to blow up a little bit. The time to get him would have been a couple weeks ago when he got hurt with that concussion. I think you find the right person that's impatient. But I mean, now it might be harder to get your hands on him. But if you can, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And the
it's
Colts. When's the last time the Colts? I was gonna say, when's the last time the Colts were must-watch TV? What, Peyton Manning? Maybe Andrew Luck 10 years ago. 5-10 years ago. Like this team has been garbage. And with Matt Ryan and Carson Wentz and all these scrubs, it's great. It's great to see. It's great to see this in Indy.
yeah, it is,
So we
because I
both
mean, yeah,
like Michael Pittman
'cause they got
Jr. for a while. Jonathan Taylor, and when he
yeah, you got that right. The Colts running backs, or the running backs, really didn't do anything in this game much. Their their wide receivers might take a little bit of a, production downfall, just a little bit, just because, Richardson can run. Downs, he might downgrade a little bit, might not see a lot of receptions and stuff like that. But I just like what I've seen from this guy. I mean, I'm overall impressed. I mean, I drafted him wherever I could, and each time I see this guy take the field, it's just outstanding. You're like, you just want to jump out of your pants, kind of thing, because this he's electric. It's the only thing is, we all want those, production from, Pittman and, Downs, and he's kind of the upright. He's kind of coming up in the uprise. Pierce, I really haven't really seen much from Pierce. I mean, he's kind of lagging.
Yeah, he's kind of. You remember Scotty Miller from Tampa, or he's with the Falcons now, kind of a fourth or fifth receiver. That's Alec Pierce. I mean, just if somebody's hurt, he can fill in. Maybe get you 4 or 5 catches. Kind of a rotation guy. He's not anything. That's what I mean. Going forward, Pittman Jr., Downs, McKenzie, I'm not huge on, but I guess he's in the rotation. And then, like I said, I think they take a receiver high next year, get him one more weapon. But I was going to say I like what I've seen from Zach Moss, because people wrote him off after he got traded from Buffalo. But Zach Moss has been a nice fill-in for Taylor while he's been out. And so I give some love to Zach Moss, too.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love Zach Moss. I've always loved him when he was down in Utah. I mean, I loved what I saw from him, and the only downfall is when he was with Buffalo. He wasn't really getting used because there was already guys already there. So I mean, maybe this is a little like little teaser for everybody. Like, hey, I have stuff in the tank yet, you know. But maybe with if Taylor does come back, maybe Moss goes somewhere else next year or something. Who knows? But I think he's only on a 1 year deal or 1 or 2. I can't remember exactly what his things are. But well, look at that. Hey, it worked. Bubba says, that's why I don't try to get the same players every year in fantasy. I mean, there might be guys that you might be on. I mean, everyone's gonna have their stick to people that they like and they, dislike. It just all depends on what the situation comes out to be. And he goes to say, Richardson is a stud. I got a little nervous after he got concussion, and you can tell Florida misses him. Hell, they lost to Kentucky. Yeah, it does show. I mean, they have we talked about their
They
Gators quarterback here not too long ago, but yeah, it does show.
man,
But
man, man, they look Bubba, they look good against Tennessee, but other than that, I mean, that Florida team that they're sorely missing. Graham Mertz is decent quarterback, but again, Anthony Richardson, they're sorely missing him.
oh yeah, it shows. It shows. But yeah, that's our overall Anthony Richardson. Just if you can keep him, use him as trade bait if you have to down the road because our bye weeks have started, and I don't remember who will. I think Steelers or not
Tam-
Steelers. I know
Tampa
Chargers. Yep, Chargers,
Chargers.
Tampa. Yep, and I'm not sure. I don't know if there's a third or not, but I know there's a few teams on bye this week. So,
You
all
want if you
right.
want to start talking about the next guy, I'll find the so we get the exact buys in. Give me
Yep, yep. I will here. Just a second.
okay.
All right. Our next